Hello everyone, this is Hodera and welcome back to Chaos Zero Nightmare. It has been almost a week since the game released and I can finally say that I found a team that I enjoy using the most so far until now, right? Which is this team you see on the screen right now, Magna, Nia, Maribel, full counters team. And I need to say a huge disclaimer, right? This team is not broken. This is not a video that's gonna talk about broken team, the more powerful team or stronger team you can make in the game. Right, this is just me talking about the team I enjoy using. So if you're looking for the stronger team to use to tackle hard content, maybe to tackle basin of hyperspace, this is not that. So feel free to close the video after this. But if you want to hear me just talking about the team I enjoy using in the past 4 or 5 days, welcome. But let me give you guys a little bit of leeway if you're looking forward to use DPS focused team, right? If you have DPS, whoever it is, either Maru, Lenore, the easiest setup you can do for them is just put them together with Lei and Mika, and the team gonna be set. This gonna boost that DPS by a huge amount. That is what I'm gonna give you guys if you're looking for that, but that is not what we're here for today. We're here for this specific team. So let's start. This is full counter team. As you can see, we have Magna, who can put up a shield and put up a lot of counter. We also have Maribel, who put a shield and counter. You might see me using this team before in the past video where I used this team to tackle in the chaos, right? But the difference is that in that video I used Mika as my support and it feels a little bit too passive. Of course the sustainability is quite high, but it's a little bit too passive, so I change out and put in Nia instead. Because her kit is usually revolve around cycle to the decks and a little bit of healing, so you're gonna be useful to cycle through the decks and get the card that we want to have or to use at the specific situation, right? So let's go and talk about each character first. Just a little bit of passing, because even though you have all these 3 characters, you might not have the same performance as I do. Because first of all, my Magna have Ego 1. I got lucky and got her dupe, so Ego 1 will make her kit a lot more stable, because it gives Storm of Bitter Cold, which is her mystic skill, a new tag, which is Outbreak of War, which make this card appear on the first hands always, and it's gonna be really useful together with the item that I gonna always put in her save data, right? And that item is this item, Multifaceted Parallel Universe Nexus, right? Which say that at the start of the turn, it will activate 1 random initiative card in your hand. Initiative is same keyword as lead, and Magna have 2 lead cards, both of them cost 2. But you don't need to use your 2 stamina for this, right? Because this item gonna proc them for free. And after that, when this proc, whenever you gain a shield from any ability, you're gonna get 1 stack of counter attack. So she's gonna stacking the counter attack like crazy after using this. The other one is just for the lower epiphany, right? We change from, I think, a counter into at the start of the turn, not exactly, At the start of the combat phase, you're gonna do 200% defense based damage to all enemies. What is defense based damage is a damage that calculates mostly from your defense, right? 210% of your defense and 30% of your attack, and hit the enemy with that. And don't worry, these are all just takes. I'm gonna show you guys the gameplay after we do a little bit of scrim to all of these deck, right? These two are whatever. The most important thing for Magna is this item, right? To use these two. Other than that, it's just getting shield, getting counter attack. And as you can see, I already have one attack card on her, which is this one. Just in case we need to attack our enemy, which this team is really bad, right? This is one downside of the team. I'm gonna mention it right now. If the enemy doesn't attack us, we cannot do any damage. And if the enemy have a gimmick that require us to proactively attack them to remove the buff or to make them leave the enraged form or whatever, this team cannot do that, and this team you die. Okay, that is Magna deck. Next is Nia. Nothing much. I use this deck because this is the smallest deck I can have my hand on right now. And lucky enough, I got this item for my Deep Trauma run, right? Which is make so that on the first turn you get +1 more AP and draw 1 more card. That's gonna make the starting turn for this team a little bit more stable. You have more chance to draw all the key cards you want, right? And you might see this is 8 card deck, but actually these two can be exhaust, so it's gonna become 6 card, and that is really good for cycling. The most important thing for Nia, nothing for me. I just use her for her mystic card, right? Review 3 cards from the top of the pile and choose one. That means you can get the card you want more easily compared to just draw it yourself, right? Another thing that's good for her is G code, which is activate the top card of your deck. If you are lucky, you can just activate any of these 2 cost cards by just play 1 cost instead. Really good. And lastly, for Maribel, the equipment is whatever. You can put anything on her. This is just what I got. She's just here because she have a synergy with Magna in terms of she gonna give a lot of shield and she gonna stack a lot of counter attack. And as you know, what better than 1 counter attack, right? 2 counter attack for each of enemy attack. Gonna be a little bit better than just 1. And of course I use her with Wolfen Dome, which have Epiphany that give is Outbreak of War. So Maribel gonna start stacking counter attack a lot more stable. Because without this Epiphany, it's not gonna have Outbreak of War. So you need to be lucky and draw this card into your hand and use it yourself. And the cost usually is 1 and now it's reduced to 0, which is really nice. Other than that, we have a little bit more attack card compared to Magna, right? Magna only have 1. My Maribel have 1, 2, 3 attack card. So if we need to attack the enemy, Maribel gonna have to do that. Other than that, she have a skill that give us shield and keep the enemy off the enemy, right? Weaken status, which reduce the damage they do by 25%. And that is nice because counter attack gonna gain 50% more damage if the enemy cannot break into our HP. So weaken the enemy most likely shouldn't break our shield, so we gonna do a lot of damage. And that is basically the concept of this, right? Of this deck. So let me show you guys how this deck performs in action. First thing you're gonna see here is that this card, and you can see it's gonna auto activate outright without causing any cost, right? As you have 4. And now I can use all the cards in my hand and nothing bad gonna happen. Right. We can also counter attack and kill the enemy when they hit us, which is quite nice, really satisfying. And now this comes the turn where we cannot do anything, right? As you can see, both of them don't attack us, we don't have any attack card. Luckily, we have near curiosity, so if we use this, we have a chance to get an attack card, which we don't, but we have G card, so we have another chance. So let's see if this gonna activate a good card. Let's see. And no, got a shield. Amazing. Okay, one more draw. Alright, we get some attack, so let's do that. Let's do that. Let's do this first, and then yeah, this should kill. Now what? Okay, they're gonna attack us, so we can use this card, attack them and gain a shield so they cannot break our shield. Use burn to remove that. And we win. For this bird, right? Sadly, I cannot show you guys. Okay, finally we draw the eye fragment. This is what I love so much about this deck for Magna. Because ice fragment with this epiphany, right? I tell you guys before, it's gonna do AoE damage every single turn. That means in the turn that enemy doesn't do anything, like this turn, I can't counter them, right? We can still do some kind of damage to them back. So that is good. That is good. And we're gonna do 150. Not a lot, right? Not a lot. I tell you before, this is not a powerful team. It's just a fun team to play around with. And what you see earlier is a near mechanic, which I don't care at all. Basically, if you have a node, whenever you shuffle through your whole deck, it will trigger the extra attack from every unit in your team. And sadly, my team doesn't build around extra attack, so they're gonna do like tiny amount of damage. Alright, now both of our enemy gonna attack us. We can have Ice Wall, which make all the counter attack become AoE. This only apply for Magna, alright? It's not gonna apply for Maribel, sadly. Okay, we have one weaken. That's fine. We do this. This doesn't keep a shield. One thing to pay attention is that all of these cards that say that you gain a shield equal to the damage dealt. Damage dealt means that you need to put the damage into their HP, right? If it's blocked by a shield, it doesn't count, so you gain 0. So that's not good. So we can use Maribel Ultimate to get a shield enough to tank all of this. And while we do that, might as well pop this and gain some eco points back. And let's see the firework from this counter attack. Right? And one guy just died without us have to do anything, right? Isn't that nice? Isn't that nice? Okay, now what can we do? Sadly, this is not gonna do any... It's do damage, but it's not gonna give us any shield. Sadly. But well, fine, I guess. Only one. It would be nice if he do 2 attack. Okay, that's nice. And now we can do this to apply vulnerability. Do this to stack more vulnerability. And 3 card. Let's see if we get lucky. That's fine, I guess. What else do we have left? Not much. Let's use near ultimate. And let's see if we can kill this guy this turn. Easy, right? Really easy. It's still within the 12 turn, but I didn't count how many turns is that, but that is not a good speed at all. It's just fun for me to play around with. And it's quite safe in chaos too if you wonder. Because you have a lot of shield, so you're not gonna gain that much stress. Anyway, that's all for me today about the team that I really enjoy, right? So feel free to share your team. Well, it doesn't have to be the most OP team ever, but the combo you enjoy or the team you enjoy, whatever, in the comments down below if you want, right? And thank you Smartgate for sponsoring this video from the creator content. Thank you for that, and see you again next time. I hope you have fun playing video game and good luck with your gacha. Alright, for now, bye bye.